As entrepreneurs, we always say that family is the number one thing in our lives. But then when we go to our calendars, very little time is accorded to family. Most of it goes to work and other things. And then when we go to our bank accounts, we spend a lot more money in business endeavors than we do on our own family. Now, I was personally fortunate enough that Laura was very understanding throughout the 16-hour days and the crazy experiences that we went through, and restoration almost broke us up, but luckily it didn't. Laura was very nice and accommodating, and most partners don't have to be like her. And in fact, I know a lot of friends and mentors of mine that have literally been broken up because they've focused all their time and energy and effort on the business and not as much on the family. That's led to divorces, breakups, all kinds of other stuff. And there's a lot of people that are just kind of going through the motions in life. I had an aha moment when I realized that you can actually run your personal life like a business and apply similar concepts from business to your personal life to actually supercharge it. And in this video, I want to dive into the tactics on how you can run your family like a business. I'm so excited, and I hope it impacts a lot of families, because at the end of the day, family is the number one thing that's very important. Let's dive in. So the first thing that's very important, like I mentioned at the beginning, is the time, money, and energy investment that you make within your family. And I think that a lot of us, we put our family last in a way that, I could always just do date night tomorrow. I've got this burning fire at business, so I'll do it. Or, I'll invest into the family and do all the nice family stuff, when I retire, when I exit our my business, right? It's almost like the family is unintentionally kind of put on the back burner. But at the end of the day, you need to give yourself permission to invest time, energy, and effort without any guilt and without any shame right now into your family. Otherwise, it's going to fizzle out. Imagine if you just had your business and you didn't show up to your business every single day. You didn't pour capital into your business. There's no intention behind it. It would clearly die. So why are we expecting that our relationship should flourish without spending that time, energy, and effort? Go and do the work. Find the fun activities and have an unlimited budget for fun activities and experiences within your family. You can limit the things like the nice cars and the super exotic houses or whatever, but focus on those, activities that are genuinely awesome experiences, because that's what brings people together. It's those shared experiences and those memories. And then create that time for those memories to happen. Make a non-negotiable date night without the kids. Make a non-negotiable after 7 o'clock, I'm unplugging and I'm spending time with my family and kids. Now, the second thing that is very important is to have a mission, vision, and values for your family, just like you have it for your business. At the end of the day, you're able to align hundreds of employees at a company by just having a very clear mission, vision, and clear values. So imagine if you could take those same principles and apply them to your family and increase that bond and supercharge that bond. Sit down with your spouse or your significant other and kind of brainstorm a list of values that you would like your family to follow. Have fun with it. Put together a vision. There's nothing more fun than creating a vision that you're executing with your significant other. It's almost like you're dreaming together. And if you really think about it, in the early stages of relationships, that's what makes relationships kind of work. I remember a lot of times when, I was dating my wife that we would kind of envision the future. We'd talk about how many kids we wanted to have, what kind of life we wanted to have, our aspirations and our goals. If you solidify those things together as a family and you clarify them and remind yourself of them all the time, it will lead to a lot more fruitful relationship. The third thing is actually weekly syncs. So in a business, you typically have meetings all the time, right? And you have reoccurring meetings where you touch base, whether they're one-on-ones with employees and so on and so forth. And a powerful one-on-one formula that I like to use all the time is simply asking the person that I'm doing a one-on-one with, whether it's a manager or an employee, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, how have I been showing up for you? And then the only answer should be, thank you. And then that person will tell you all of the things and how you were showing up. Creating that space in a family is very important as well. And that's through a casual family sync. So create a time where, every single Friday you get together and you have dinner together and you simply ask the question, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, how have I shown up as a husband for you? And then get the feedback and then say thank you. And then as the spouse, you can reiterate the same thing and ask the same question back. Creating that space for a sync on a reoccurring basis and talking about the things like the mission, the vision, the values, and how things were going can really help tighten up the relationship between you and your partner and your children. The fourth one's by far my favorite, and that's the concept of quarterly retreats. So in business and in leadership, we actually do retreats with our entire leadership team every single quarter where we go off-site and we work on the business, not in the business. And I've applied the same thing for almost the past year now with my wife, where we do a quarterly couples retreat. And we actually fly out somewhere really nice and we focus on refining our mission, vision, values, and we do a retro of what we had accomplished in the previous quarter and what we're looking forward to the future. And those, that's the time to pencil in aspirations and goals. Like my wife wanted to pick up piano lessons, and we talked about how she's going to learn about the piano and how Monday nights I'm going to stay with Sophia and so on and so forth. So they're really a magical time where you can create that space to work on the family. And then also it's another time where you can create experiences and bonding time. Once per quarter, doing something simple like leaving the kids with whoever, leaving the house, and just as simple as going to renting an Airbnb cabin 2 hours away and not worrying about all the stress of the world there, leaving that all aside and bonding with your partner and focusing on what the future is going to look like for your family. And then the fifth thing might be a little controversial, but I think it's important to define roles and responsibilities within the family. So within our family, I've identified that Laura is the CEO of the family and I am the CFO of the family. So because I'm always the CEO at work and I always call the shots at work, at home, she's the one that calls the shots. Now, I'm really good with numbers. I'm really good with financial planning and stuff like that. So I typically handle all of the finances. It's very important to set that clear definition and, again, mutually agreed upon. I don't believe in gender roles and I don't believe in, just adopted roles because of culture or whatever. But I believe in mutually agreeing on roles and responsibilities and having people take ownership over certain aspects. So applying the principles on how to run a business to a family has been super awesome. Overall, the biggest thing that I've realized running my family like a business has done for our family is it helped me co-create with my spouse. It's so incredible how we're able to build the life that we're living with intention and together, and all the other amazing things that we're doing, from like building a house to planning trips, to planning vacations. And we genuinely can live a life that we both feel like we had ownership in designing, and we get to live the life by design, not life by default. We live life with intention in how we want to live it, not how the world wants to pull us in a million different directions. Now, if you want to learn more about co-creating with your partner, I did shoot a video on how to co-create with either your spouse or your business partner. I'm excited to share it with you. If you're interested in it, click that link and I'll see you there.